It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, they come in off that loss to Toronto. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Coward. And that one is hammered home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Here's Aldama. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
High-level passer, even for a point guard. Morant shows the imagination.
Porter inside. And finished off by Porter.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the shot by Wells, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up. He knows when to roll to the bucket off screens. And he knows when to give it up.
Back to Edey. It's hauled in by Giannis. Milwaukee in the lead. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Outside, Porter. Back to Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rollins. And it's off from three-point range. And so here's Memphis. Trailing by 2. Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Coward. Buries the corner 3. Coward's got 7 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Kevin, back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. No one near as Jerome lets it go. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis. Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Hey, I feel bad for those rims because Portis has no mercy on them, throwing it down with force.
Jerome, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. Trent, that's a two-pointer. Rebounded by Jackson.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
That's good from Jackson. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Now Jerome. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Outside Porter. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tie game in Milwaukee. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with and this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Here's Clark. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Kuzma outside. Inside. Portis. And Portis throws it down.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
It's Pippen with the drive. Misses from short range. Here's Milwaukee now. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Rebounded by the Bucks. And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
To the middle. Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
So both teams changing it up here. Anderson inside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
This is exactly where Anderson prefers to get his looks. Foul line down.
Over in the corner, Portis. Out to Kuzma. Three-pointer. Milwaukee. No good that time either. Memphis leading. Open for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The great Giannis Antetokounmpo, Clark, winning that 2021 title felt like the final hurdle for him.
Yeah, I think it was a capstone achievement. It was the one thing he hadn't done. I mean, he won back-to-back MVPs in his mid-20s. He was already a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, too. The Larry O'Brien Trophy was the last piece in the puzzle of a future Hall of Famer.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Anderson's shot is off. Here's Rollins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Memphis with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Milwaukee with the ball. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks. Look at that!
Oh, my goodness! Watch out!
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
Outside, Green. Pass to Giannis. And here's Trent outside. And another three for Milwaukee.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes are not really falling yet.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Now, here's Porter. Over in the corner, Turner. It's Trent on the wing. Misses the three. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 1. And it's sent back by Turner.
Going to need a better effort than that to get it past Turner. He is an elite rim protector.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
I also like the way they've been able to penetrate. The penetration has led to some big buckets as a result.
On the wing, Turner. From outside, off the mark. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Here's Coward. They get it back. And the dunk by Edey.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Porter. A three-pointer, no good. He gets it up. A shot off that time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Grizzlies lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Morant with it. In the center of things, Morant.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
To the inside. Porter. Lee pass was put in just the right spot.
A flat-out bucket getter. Porter Jr. is a scorer. Bang!
Oh, my, what a play.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A three-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well.
And that one's good. Coward.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Porter double team. Here's Harris. Pass to Turner. It's stolen. Down low. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Turner with it. He's picked up by Morant. Back to Turner. And Turner with the slam.
Boy, Turner is a long, fluid, athletic, big guy. Great length, more than capable of finishing inside.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. That'll be a 5-second call.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
Here's Trent over Clark. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Morant with a wide open look. It's hauled in by Harris.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Out left to the wing. To the lead. Cans it from downtown. Harris has got 7 points.
He's really a dangerous perimeter shooter. Harris is great at cashing in from this spot on the floor.
Here's Morant. Back to Clark.
Ah, fuck.
Goes back up. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up to Milwaukee. They lead by 1. Pass to Kuzma. And here is Harris. Here's Rollins. Lays it up off the glass. Rollins got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And it's Morant missing.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
Pass to Rollins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well done by Trent Jr. to draw the contact. He's not going to shy away from drawing that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the first one drops.
One of the top sharpshooters in the league, Gary Trent Jr., a guy you kind of expect to be at around 40% or better from deep.
Now Jerome. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And stolen by Kuzma. Here's Trent. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Outside, Green. It's Portis, high post. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. And again, the Bucks miss. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
Pass to Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Milwaukee now. Over to the wing. Trent outside. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. Trent's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really confident in his mechanics. They're efficient. No wasted motion. All Trent Jr. needed was the rock.
Here's Jerome. That 3 off the mark. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Trent outside. Pass to Portis. Back to Trent. This one for 3. The third quarter comes to a close. The Bucks on top, up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Milwaukee with it. 4-point game. And Scottie Pippen is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, Memphis. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Prince. To the paint. And Portis throws it down.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting box.
Open for 3. And no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Pass to Coward. The baseline J off the mark. Bucks leading by 6. Inside, Portis. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Coward. Sinks the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to make sure everybody's
What?
coordinated and intent.
I hear you now. What'd you say? No, we haven't. He hasn't. He didn't. He's not online.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Thank you, Allie. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success. Good job using that big body to carve out space and snatch that rebound.
Here's Porter, and he makes good on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Capping off the drive through the bump, Porter Jr. holding steady.
Pass to Edey.
Shit.
Back to Jerome. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Porter with it. Now guarded by Wells. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
He knows every possession is critical now. On the free throw, no good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Morant. And finished up by Morant.
Yeah, that's the endless energy of Ja Morant. There's no denying that man.
Now Jackson. Left side Turner. 5 on the clock. Now onto Kumbo. Misses the 3.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Morant right side.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
Fake. Morant has a sneaky way of initiating contact. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Milwaukee making a switch. No good on that one.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much. And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Here's Porter. Buries the deep ball.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Now Edey. Morant outside. Now Edey. Cleared away by Turner. Outside Porter. It's Kuzma. Outside Porter. Onto the Kumbo. There's Giannis with the slam.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tight, he powers through. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1, 2, and the 3, and no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
It's Turner for 3, and it misses. Jerome got it to go off the glass.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Now Turner. Trent. No good from 3.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Morant. Oh, the slam dunk.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Milwaukee making a switch here. And they go to the intentional foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws right there now gives them a little bit of breathing room.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And it's Memphis on the break. Puts up the 3. He drills the 3.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put them.
Oh, wow, my goodness.
Man. That's an old-fashioned rim rack.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Jerome fires. So it's
Good game, M-Town.
picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.